Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and the title of today's video is, and message is, Just Be You. I was coming home today and I saw a billboard that said Just Be You. At first I thought maybe that it was advertising a business, but it wasn't. It wasn't, and it just said Just Be You. And hold on. I gotta pray. Lord, help me to get this message out. Because this is like my third time recording it. Alright, y'all. I had to get myself together because this is my third time recording this because the first time it ran out of storage. Okay. Everyone knows the phrase, or there's this phrase where it says, God is preparing the table before your enemies. And I'm someone that likes to operate off of truth. I like to bring things into normal terms. I remember in history class, I would understand a lot of the history in history books, but when someone would break it down into normal day terms and just references, then I was able to understand history. So the Bible is like a big old history book. It's a book of laws. It's a other type of books. Then there's the history book part of it. So today I'm going to bring it into plain terms. When I say God is preparing a table before your enemies, God is preparing a table, period, before everyone for you. Period. It's not even just your enemies. It's for everyone. And here's why it's facts. That isn't just theory when people say it. It's a fact. And let me show you how. Let me tell you how. Let me explain it so you can have some understanding. So I think of, I'm just put out there, a bum. Y'all know on the side of every street, or depending on your area, if you go to your nearest grocery store, it's somebody out there, not even asking for money. They're just standing on the side of the street, doing nothing, just being a bum. Some of them, they might be panhandling you and begging you for money, but other people, they might even be getting high. You don't know what it depends on what type of neighborhood you're in. But it's always that bum on the side of the road right before you're trying to get to your grocery store. And some of you guys, y'all have had y'all bummy stage. Y'all had y'all bummy places of life, the positions you were in. Some of y'all, you were hurt. You were bitter. You was going through this dude, that dude, going through this sis, that sis. Some of y'all was partying all night, every single day because you were hurt, trying to take away the pain. Some of y'all smoking and doing stuff every day, that hard stuff too. Trying to take the pain away, trying to take yourself away from reality. Some of y'all mistreating, if you have kids, mistreating your kids, taking your anger out on them for your choices and just doing different stuff like that. And blaming them for things that they don't even have blame for. They don't even know what you're talking about. They're just blinking like, dang, this woman crazy. Dang, this dude crazy. Like, and I spoke call them mom, dad. Like, what is this? But anyway, but a lot of people have had their bummy stages. So I'm going to tell it in a story, a parable, because that's how Jesus liked to do. But let's bring it into normal terms. Okay. Okay, kids and adults. Okay, adults. Now, let's prepare for this. So, you're on the side of the road, like I said, you going to your nearest grocery store, you see that bum. Let's call him Steve or something like that. Steve. That's his name, Steve. Everybody knows Steve because Steve is always there in front of everyone, just bumming it out. He doing nothing or doing some things that he shouldn't be doing. But everyone in town that goes to that grocery store knows Steve because everyone sees Steve. Everyone knows what Steve does because Steve does it publicly. He does it in front of everybody. If you want to go to the grocery store, you're going to see Steve doing what he do. Some of y'all, that's y'all on social media, you posting about everything. You posting about your depression. You might not say, oh, I'm depressed or I'm this, and that. But all your posts is leading to depression. All your posts is talking about how sad you are or all these different things. Some of y'all posts is talking about you fussing with this person this day, fussing with that person, fussing with that person. People might not be responding to it, but they see it every day. They see, dang, who this person fussing with today? Who this person fussing with now? Like, they always fussing with somebody. That was me on social media, man. Be at that typing. Like, what you talking about? What you say? What you say? Anyway. And so, Steve, everybody knows him as the bum, the neighborhood, the town bum. They saw him doing it. He was out in public. Whether they had somebody saying, oh, Steve, like, that's my dude. Like, I be giving him money. Or, this is the neighborhood. Like, people of the neighborhood, they're like, okay, they just a fan of Steve. Or they're like, man, he need to go and get himself a job. Like, what he here for? Man, I'm about to run into this man. Like, what he here for? And so, imagine one day, a month from now, 2 years from now, 10 years, it could be the next day. And they go in and they go to this same grocery store they always go to, but Steve ain't on the side of the road no more. So now, number one, everyone's gonna be like, well, where is Steve at? What happened to Steve? Where'd he go? Some people are like, man, it don't even feel right without Steve here. I want him back. Some people want you back in bondage. They're like your naysayers. They're like, so it just don't feel right without having that person that's doing worse than me. I just need that person there. Somebody's like, some people could be neutral, but they go into the grocery store parking lot and they look and they see it's Steve and he's pushing carts. And they're like, Steve, what you doing? You about to steal that person's cart. I'm like, nah, I work here. And they're like, Steve, you got a job. Steve, you better stop playing. You got a job. They actually hire you. Man, okay. Take a picture. I gotta take a picture. Pose. And you might have some supporters. Steve has some supporters. Steve might have some naysayers like, they just be hiring anybody here. I ain't about to come here no more. I don't trust this store. You can have supporters and you can have naysayers. It really doesn't matter. But the matter of fact is, they knew him at one point in his life, been a bum. Now they all see him. What? They see him pushing these carts. He got a job. He's moving up somewhere. Give it another month. They came back. They look. They go inside the store now. They look and they see him and the people going to the grocery store. They're like, Steve, you stalking. And they look. Now he got a name tag and everything. And they're like, okay, Steve, I see you moving up in the world. That's some of y'all, like, we ain't talking about the final destination yet. We ain't about to get to the final destination yet. We're talking about God is preparing the table before the people, your naysayers and your supporters. They're all going to see. And I'm bringing this into normal terms, how it is, how it looks. So then they go in and, like I said, they saw him stalking. Some of y'all, before they saw y'all fussing at some of y'all kids, being short-tempered. Some of them might even about call CPS on you because you seemed like you was about to be abusing them kids, or was. But now you're gaining more patience. Before, you was just smoking every day and doing crazy stuff, partying every day, stealing stuff, doing crazy stuff, But now you ain't do that no more. You recognize your temptations and you back. You start counting to 5. You used to go off and who this and that, she this and she that. Now you're like, let me breathe, God, give me strength. Give me strength. I ain't trying to go off today. Good for you. But that's in your preparation. That's how God is having you move up. How God is preparing the table before everyone. This is how it looks. So then they go back into that same grocery store. The same Steve who was pushing carts. Then he was stocking. They go in and they look now. And his name tag says what? It says assistant manager. And they're like, what? I cannot believe it. Some people, they're going to be mad. They're going to say, well, dang, if I knew they was going to give a bum, if they was going to give a bum a job and make him become assistant manager, I would have applied for the job. Sure, I would have been better for the job. I would have applied. Naysayers. They couldn't congratulate him and be happy for him. They just like, dang, well, that should have been me. If I knew they was doing this and that, and it would have been that good, and they would just hire any and everybody for that position, then I would have applied for the job. And some other people, they're shocked, they're happy, they're just like, Steve. They became almost like a fan, but they're a supporter, and they're just like, Steve, you don't even know me, but I remember seeing you on the side of the road, and now you're the assistant manager. Tell me how, how did you do it? What did you do to change your life around? Like, give me some insight, because I got to know. Like, I remember seeing you, and I remember praying for you, and you're here now. Like, tell me how, like, what was it? Like, some people, they're like, Lord God, answer my prayers for that person. Or certain stuff, you got supporters, like, just seeing you made them inspired. And like, if that dude can get his life together, I can get my life together. Certain people that are on the street just like him, and they see him being an assistant manager, they're like, let me get my life together, because I know it's possible now. I know I can do it too. But you're going to have naysayers, and you're going to have supporters. That is fact. God is preparing the table before everyone. You go in this last time, this is his final destination, and you look, and certain things might look the same, but if you look at the name badge, the name tag, his badge, what does it say? It says manager. He went from being on the corner of this grocery store, bumming it out, to being the manager of the store. Some of y'all, God is elevating you to this place. God is preparing you to this place. You're going to eat. This is the final destination with Steve, the manager, from being a bum. Hold on, I gotta leave that further back. But being from the bum to the manager. When they say God is preparing the table before your enemies, but God is preparing the table before everyone. It's the reason why your story is public. It's the reason why everybody got your name in their mouth. Why this person gossiping about you and that person gossiping about you. And they said this and they said that. Let me turn this heat off. This person said this about you. That person said that about you. That person got their name about, in their mouth. That person got secret screenshots of you. You going on and you looking at your videos or certain things, and you got a whole bunch of views, but you ain't got the comments and the likes. Not even that you worship them, but I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about generally you. To the ones watching this, you might have a video or certain stuff, but you might even try to share about your business. You post any other type of content, they like, love it, comment, yes. As soon as you post about that business, they're secretly hating, secretly doing certain things. As soon as you start posting about other things, certain good going on in your life, they fall back. But as soon as you talk about something bad, so-and-so, what's wrong? What's wrong? Because they nosy, ready to gossip about you. But this is what it looks like when God is preparing a table before everyone. It's steps to it. It ain't even just, he went from the bum to the assistant manager. I mean, the bump to the manager, that might be how people tell it. He done went from, and that's the overview, he done went from being on the side of the road to the manager. But look at the steps in between. He had to start out as pushing a cart pusher and organizing the carts. Then he became the stocker. Other people, they might even had to go to being a cashier. Then the team lead. And then the assistant manager. And then to the manager, it's different steps. But as God is preparing the table before your enemies, preparing the table before everyone, your naysayers and your supporters, it's going to be in steps. It's going to be in processes. You're going to have increase by increase by increase by increase. But just know the end is going to be good. So in the process of it, you're going to have haters. Imagine if Steve stopped when they was up there trying to say negative things about him. Like, they just let anybody work here. He pushing carts. Like, he could have let that discourage him, but no. And had he let it discourage him, he would have never been the manager. So some of y'all aren't the manager in this process, in this season right now. But God's preparing you to get to where you need to be at. But don't get discouraged while you're in the midst of the table being prepared, because you're going to eat along the way. So that's me just trying to bring it into normal terms. That's how I understand it. That's truth. It doesn't matter when God prepares the table. It isn't just the naysayers, the people that speak bad of you. It's the people that even want to support you. And they're going to say, well, how did you do it? And they're going to have testimonies like, yeah, I saw that person for you. I saw whatever your name is, enter your name. I saw so-and-so doing this. But look at them now. Like, people going to come up to you like, how did you do it? Tell me. Write a book. Make a video. I got to know so I can do it for myself. Looking at you and seeing you do it, it made it possible for me. It made me be able to see and visualize it for myself. So some of y'all, that's how God is preparing the table before everyone for you. Number one, it's going to be public. Because in the end, God wants his glory. God don't want to he ain't gonna just keep blessing you in secret. He wants to do it publicly so that he can get the glory. So some of y'all feel bad because everybody know your business. And they knew what you might have been a stripper or something like that. I don't know. But you might have been out there. And it was public. And you might be embarrassed, but guess what? As you did bad bad and different stuff publicly, God is also going to bless you publicly in front of everyone. And God loves doing, that's his favorite thing to do, because he's going to get the glory in the end. So while you went through this bad stuff, and you might be going through the bad stuff now, and God's preparing the table before everyone, in the end, look like with Steve, how he became the manager. Went from asking for money to having, writing the checks, paying people, hiring people, running the establishment. That's going to be some of you guys in the end. Going from what people thought, laughing at you, going to this store, they're just a piece of, just a shopper in the store. Not to say like it's something just small. But yeah, just somebody just shopping, not even thinking too much of it. To, dang, this man, if I need a report to anybody, if I have any issues with my orders or at this store, this is the person I have to report to. This is the person I have to, that has authority over the situation. When before I was looking down on them, before I had to just pray for them, like, Lord, I hope they get their life together, because So sum this up. God is preparing the table before everyone. God is preparing the table before everyone for you. You're going to eat in this season. You're going to eat in this season. You're going to eat in this season. You're going to eat along the way. I ain't say you have that big bread, that whole loaf of bread. But as you manifest certain things. You're going to have slice after slice after slice, one slice, and you have 3 slices, and you're going to start having loaves of bread and the whole feast, the whole table. But you got to go through the process, and in the process, don't be discouraged. Be encouraged. And peace out.